welcome to the IPP podcast, my favorite podcast because I'm on it and you should listen to it.
Period. That was good.
I
liked that. Let's.
I'm glad you did. I like it.
That was
because I said it and I'm on it. It's me. I did it.
It's me. I did it.
I did it.
Let me go to Pokemon.
We went grocery shopping, and as I was pulling out of the parking lot, I said, "Nobody hit me, or else I'll cry."
Dude,
and there's nothing more powerful than a white woman crying.
Toby's joining us today.
Tobos! He's very vocal today. All right.
Yeah.
Hit me. What
God,
you got?
This one's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
It has the body of like a... I don't even know.
Is it a bag?
No, it has like the body of like a larva.
Okay.
Yes, but the face of it's f***ing wild. So it looks like it has a total of 2, 4, I'm guessing 6 legs.
Oh, is this does it have wings? Is it red?
It has some red in it.
Is it like white and red and is it kind of like
No way you're gonna get this. It's a bug fire.
I think I know what it is. Does it have wings? Yes.
Well,
to the wings?
I don't consider those wings.
Okay.
It's got like 3 little not 3. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 5 little like fire wavy, I guess wings if you want to call it that.
Can I get the first letter?
L. 636 is the number.
Shoot, I think I know what this is. I just don't.
It's got a crazy face. So like the fur, the front of it looks like fur.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like it's wearing like a hood almost. Like the fur is a hood, and it has one blue eye.
Never mind. This is not at all what I thought it was. Okay. Holy shit. Okay.
It looks like it has one blue eye. It could possibly have 2, but.
Huh?
But yeah.
636 starts with an L. Looks like larva.
Like the back of it is like a larva looking type of thing, and then it goes into like a furry white fur that kind of like hangs over, like hangs over a little bit. Kind of looks like an emo type of hangover. And then it has a blue eye, and then it has like red, like little red waves coming out. 5 little red waves coming out of the fur.
No.
Crazy. It's crazy.
No. Not a clue. Larvesta. Okay. So what I was thinking of, it evolves from Larvesta.
Oh,
so
okay.
You're not. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's crazy looking.
It is kind of crazy looking. Yeah, Larvesta evolves into something. Shoot, but it looks like an actual, like it has wings and.
Oh yeah, that's an actual like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Volcarona. I was thinking of Volcarona because that's what it turns into.
Yeah, that's a lot cooler than that.
Isn't it? It is cool.
Damn. Well, that's crazy.
Pupa. In the pupa stage.
In the pupa stage. My game this week involves soccer fun facts because we both play soccer.
Yeah.
But I decided, you know what?
Famously.
Yeah, famously play soccer.
Because apparently you're on the level of Messi, according to yourself.
No. That's not true. That's not true. Not at all.
It's recorded.
No, I didn't say that.
It's whatever. Go ahead.
Redacted.
Play your f***ing game, bitch.
Redacted. So I'm going to present you either it's going to be a fact or it's going to be fake.
Okay.
All of it's based off of soccer history. I got these from various articles regarding numbers. Obviously, soccer's still ongoing, like Messi just scored today. So numbers regarding goals that are still recurring from people who are still playing aren't accurate because
that's fine. I don't keep track.
Yeah, I'm just saying though.
Got it. Okay.
So the first one is only 8 countries have won the World Cup so far. Is that
Yes, that's true.
fact or fake?
That's true.
You are correct.
8 countries.
That's
I don't know all of them. Germany, Uruguay,
Brazil, Argentina.
Mexico?
No.
No, not Mexico. France? Is France one of
France
them?
has won, I think 2.
Yeah, I can't remember the 8. I just remember Germany, Uruguay,
That's what I know
Argentina.
so far.
Those are the 3 that I remember. But yes, that's true. And you know why I know that's true? I saw a video of a guy being quizzed on those, and he named all 8 of them.
Really?
So I got lucky.
That's dope.
Period.
That's cool. Uruguay won like 2 or 3 back to back
Mm-hmm.
because they were like the first world
They're
champion.
crazy.
Yeah, World Cup champions, and they haven't been back since.
Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah, Pele holds the record for being the youngest goal scorer, the youngest hat trick scorer, and the youngest. So he's the youngest goal scorer and youngest hat trick scorer in the World Cup final at 17 years old.
At 17?
Yeah.
So this was during a World Cup specifically?
World Cup final.
World Cup final.
Specifically 1958.
Pele's a forward then, right? Isn't he?
I want to say he
I would
was.
assume so.
Pele has passed away.
But was he the youngest? I'm going to say no.
That is fact.
Really? Okay. Because I know... Oh, but it's recent. Because I know there was recently a kid that just started playing for... I can't remember
But
what team.
you gotta think World Cup finals. Though.
Final. Yeah. Dang, he was 17.
He was 17.
Hat trick at 17 at the World Cup.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Pele was insane.
Yeah.
I don't.
Holy crap.
They don't compare Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo's numbers to him anymore
Mhm.
because
they're probably insane.
well, to be fair, back in 1958,
mm-hmm.
it was probably really hard to actually fact check how many goals he's scoring against what teams and what is considered professional, what's not considered professional.
Oh, I see.
Because at some point, I don't know the correct number,
Uh-huh.
but at some point he ended his career with like 1,000 something goals.
No way.
Ronaldo, just to put in perspective, is getting close to that, and he's 40 something years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So that brings
Those are
up,
some crazy numbers.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. They don't
Yo.
compare him to him anymore.
Yeah.
Just because like it's
There's
really
no
hard.
point.
It's hard to fact check it though. Too.
That too. I
Because
guess.
it's like, okay, if you consider Messi or Ronaldo playing against friendlies in
Mhm.
any aspect, would you
Yeah.
consider those real professional goals too, or not?
Yeah.
Because in Pele's
I see that.
offense, I think a lot of them count those.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, that actually brings up my next question.
Doesn't matter.
Messi
1,000 is crazy.
Has more goals scored than Ronaldo. Fake or fact?
I'm going to say that's fake only because Ronaldo's older. And I'm going to... I don't know if he's been playing longer, though. I'm going to say that's fake. I think Ronaldo scored more.
Ronaldo does have more. So
Yeah.
as of right now, like I said, this is regarding the fact that they're
He's
both playing.
close to 1,000, yeah.
Messi has about 855 goals.
Uh-huh.
Ronaldo has about 925 goals.
Yeah. Ronaldo's been playing longer, right?
I want to say they both have been playing about the same time. It's just Ronaldo is older.
That's why I assumed he's been playing longer, so I
Um,
gave him the higher number.
I don't remember when they got their starts specifically into like professional soccer,
Right.
but I know Messi was pretty young when he joined Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cristiano Ronaldo got his start in Sporting in the Portuguese league,
Gotcha.
and then went to Manchester United, and then so on and so forth.
Menu, yeah.
So, good job.
Getting there.
Cristiano Ronaldo opened a museum in 2013 dedicated to only himself.
I hope that's fake.
That is real.
Shut up.
Yep.
Shut up. See, this is the thing. That we've had this conversation about how it just seems like Messi plays for the love of the game and not the money that he gets from it. Cristiano Ronaldo opening a museum for himself is psycho behavior.
That's crazy.
That is nutso bonkers behavior. Also, my favorite thing ever, that just from you talking about a museum. Do you remember when they made like that bust of him, like that metal
Yes.
sculpture of
Yeah.
his face, and it's like
And he hated it, and I don't think that was a joke.
no, it was legit.
I think that was
they just
legit.
made it really, really ugly.
They have a new one now.
Oh
of
yeah,
him,
because he probably was like,
because he
fix
probably
that
paid
statue.
for a newer one.
You're gonna fix that.
But no, he created his own museum. I don't know where it's regarding. I'm pretty sure it's in Portugal.
Hold on, I wanted to look at the statue. Because that's insane.
To be
the
fair,
statue's in Portugal.
he has had a lot of, like, he's been on a lot of different teams.
Yeah.
Compared to Messi, who has only been on 3. Yeah, that's so
his
funny.
eyes were too close
Yeah,
together.
it's so funny.
Okay, let me look up his museum.
So, I mean, it would kind of make sense because Ronaldo is one of the...
Yeah, it's in Portugal.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's the
CR7
museum. Yeah. That's insane.
So, like...
Oh! Wait, I've seen this because this is the statue where they have a statue of him, I think.
People, like, rub his crotch?
Yeah, the crotch. Like, you can tell the metal people have rubbed his crotch
That's
and, like,
so
grabbed
funny.
his hands and his crotch.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What I was saying is, like, I kind of get it because Ronaldo's been on so many other teams than Messi.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the highest paid athlete, I think.
Yes, Ronaldo is.
He's like a billionaire.
Yes.
So it makes sense for him to create his own museum of himself. But at the same time, I like what you were saying. That's why I don't like him compared to Messi. Is because, like Messi's not going off making a museum. He's playing the game for the game.
Yeah, it's bonkers behavior. Any way you slice it, I think
Like
it just
Argentina,
looks so crazy.
Argentina itself, I see when Messi retires. This is just a prediction. When Messi retires, I see Argentina open up a museum of him.
But that's the thing. It's Argentina. It's not Messi being like, I'm going to pay for my own museum. I'm going to have a statue of myself.
I see him.
Have all of my trophies lined up. Like, that's insane.
I see him giving them some money to help him afford for it.
Yeah, like donating, that's one thing, but to fund your own museum and build your own museum and be like, I want all of my trophies displayed. I want a big statue of myself. Like, no, that's insane behavior.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. Bonkers.
Number 5. Most goals scored in a professional game is 83 goals. Fake or fact?
Do you have... Oh, shoot. 83? Is that combined or one team?
That's just in a professional game.
In a game, 83 goals scored.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Either both teams were really good or they were both really bad. Shoot. I'm going to say that's fake. That's a crazy number.
So, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
It's fake. The most goals scored is 149-0.
What was the team? Who was the game?
It was now I read the article.
Uh-huh.
The teams and everything were pretty hard to pronounce.
All right, let me do it.
But I want to say it was in Madagascar. In 2002, I think it's a Madagascaran
goals
league
scored in soccer. That's crazy. Oh,
the
shoot.
game, so just a little bit more regarding the game. Yes. The game resulted in the coach and 4 of the players of the losing team losing their jobs and receiving a 3-year ban.
They're like, you lost.
They're like,
so
you
bad.
lost so bad. Plus, you 4 players probably did not help at all.
Oh, no. Okay, so AS Edema and SO Emrine. Yeah. World record for highest score line in any association football match. Recognized by the Guinness Book of Records. Oh my gosh. SOE coach Rasta Razaka was suspended for 3 years and banned from visiting stadiums.
Yep. Crazy.
Imagine sucking so bad.
Crazy.
You can't go back.
Crazy. I threw that in there because, like, I had always known of this, but I haven't really talked to anyone about it. Because I was like, okay, what's another number that's also really high?
This was in 2002.
Yep.
It was Halloween 2002.
Holy crap.
That's the scariest thing of all.
Ooh.
Oh, it was a protest. They lost on purpose.
Oh.
So the SOE, which is the Emrine, intentionally lost the game against their arch rivals, AS Edema, in a pre-planned protest over refereeing decisions that had gone against them a previous 4-team playoff tournament.
Wow.
So they did it on purpose, and as a result,
ended up being
so they probably just stood there.
They probably did.
They stood there on the sideline and probably just let them score.
I'd be
but
very
it was
surprised.
It was as a protest.
See, that's
a refereeing decision in a previous match that cost them the title. Yeah, so they did it because
they were like,
there was
fuck you.
Yeah, apparently there was a doo-doo call, and they're like, I can't stand for this, and so they just let the other team win. And as a result, a bunch of players got banned.
Damn.
And or the coach did.
I'm
guessing
players. Like the captain, and then a few of his.
Yeah, so the coach, and then it just says several players.
Yeah.
That's insane, though. Wow.
149 to 0.
140. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, either they were both really bad or they were both really good.
Mm-hmm.
That outcome was not something I would have predicted.
Yeah.
But very powerful as a result.
The fastest goal in soccer history was scored in 2007, just in 2.1 seconds after kickoff. Fact or fake?
2.1 seconds after kickoff. Dude. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's real.
That is real.
Yeah.
So I want to say the one that was held previously was held a few years before 2017. It was like 2.7 or 8 seconds.
That's insane.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Immediate. Like I'm thinking there's no running. You don't have
it's quite literally you pass it off, you kick it, and you score.
Yeah, there's no running, there's no passing, there's no nothing. You pass it off to your forward, and they just boot it, and then they
they just boop, bing, goal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's
the odds of that happening and it actually scoring are insane.
Because you have to make sure that the goalie's not paying attention. Yeah. They have to be out of the goal.
And that's the thing, like, to your advantage, like, the goalie's not going to expect a 2-second post-kickoff shot on goal. So I totally get that it
Our
could
team
happen.
has tried doing it a few times,
but obviously it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
But holy crap.
Oldest player to ever appear in a professional soccer match was Isaac Hayek. 73 years old. Fact or fake?
73? Dude. 73? No.
That's real.
Shut up. Okay, wait. Is he...
It was, I think it was an Egyptian.
Okay, I was going to be like, he probably African. Like, there's no
Yeah,
way.
It was in one of the African leagues, but...
Healthy and fit as hell. I was like, there's no way. 73?
I don't remember what position he played, but I mean, we had talked about it a little bit before because not him specifically, but we had talked about how goalies.
Oh, was he a goalie?
I don't think he was.
I was be like goalie or defender, maybe.
Because goalies could play up until they're like 50s.
Yeah, 73. Absolute aces to that guy.
That's crazy.
Talk about love of the game.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I love that. That's insane.
It's cool.
Good for him. He was like, I'm 82 and I'm still playing. I slipped a disc, but I'm still playing.
I broke a bone, but they picked me up, but I still played.
I make $2 million a year as the oldest player. He brings a cane out to the field.
He has a walker.
He has his walker. He's like, kicking the ball.
The ball comes to him, and everyone's like, hey. Let him kick it.
Guys, don't come up to him. You're gonna break him.
He's on the field for like 2 minutes.
I did it.
They let him kick like past the ball, and they're like, "All right, hey, we're gonna make a sub." Like that's a world record right there.
That's insane.
Most blocks made by a goalkeeper in a single game of soccer was 79.
79.
So that means the opposing team.
A single goalie, so it's one team, single goalie.
One team. Well, yeah, one team, single goalie.
79
single
blocks.
Game, 79 blocks. That doesn't.
79 shots on goal.
Yeah,
brother.
Crazy,
brother.
In a typical game, depending on the team and how they're doing,
don't even come close. There's no way.
You can take like 20 to 30 shots on goal.
Yeah, I was like, that's not even close. 70, what'd you say, 79?
79. But there are teams that people are they don't win.
Yeah, I mean, no, I
You're
think
right. It's fake.
I think that number's a little too high. Even for like a bad team, that number
Yeah.
is still insanely high. There's no way.
You're right. It's fake.
Good. I knew that.
Good.
That's what I thought.
Good.
I was right.
Only one person has received 23 red cards in soccer history.
Only one person?
Yeah.
So in their
Fact or
career,
fake?
they received 23 red cards.
Only one person has received over 23 cards.
Over 23
in soccer history.
Oh, dude.
Oh, no.
That was so cute, Toby.
It's so cute.
That's crazy. The amount of slide tackles you would need to do and get caught for.
Oh yeah.
For that many
just
red cards.
various reasons.
I mean, that's what I can think of would get you an immediate red card. But I mean, the amount of yellow cards you probably need to get before that many red cards too. I'm gonna say that's real. People are angry.
So that's fake.
What?
There are at least 5 individuals who have over 23 cards in soccer.
Oh, you
career.
tricked me. There's 5.
You've been tricked.
You tricked me. So people are definitely capable.
To put it in perspective, Sergio Ramos, who used to play for Real Madrid, he plays for a Mexican. I want to say it's a Mexican league in Monterrey, I think it is.
Okay.
He just received, I don't really know the actual number, but I want to say it was like his 28th red card of his career.
What's his name?
Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos. I'm going to look it up because that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Just look up red cards.
Red cards. That's too high. Has received a total of 30 red cards.
Okay.
Including
so
26 for Real Madrid, 2 for Paris Saint-Germain, 1 for Sevilla, and 1 for Monterrey.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so...
How? Why?
He's a dirty-ass player.
You think?
Yeah, he's just a dirty-ass player.
My
He
God.
gets in people's face, all of this other shit. So
my least favorite kind of player. I just it's fine. I don't more recently because in my soccer career, I have never been carded. Not once. I've never been carded because the majority of when I played soccer was when I was a kid. So typically kids don't play as dirty because they follow rules more, which is weird to think about, but they do. Kids follow more rules. They're less dirty. Especially youth girls. I mean, when they get older, that's a totally different story. But youth girls don't usually play dirty like that.
Girls against girls, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, now as an adult, now that I've started playing soccer again, I'm playing much dirtier than usual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing angrier, but I get like you just said, but it's usually against dudes. I don't play that nasty against girls. I just don't. But I think close to getting carded. I think this past game.
I don't think so.
2 weeks ago.
I don't think
know.
you were.
I mean, I don't know. I'm definitely getting closer to getting carded as an adult than I was as a kid. But in all of my years of playing soccer, I've never been carded.
I think when you do, our team's gonna cheer.
Probably. I don't know. It'd be funny to think about. But but it's just so crazy because I'm not a dirty player. I've never been a dirty player. I accidentally injured a player a couple weeks ago. I felt so bad. I tripped her. I ran straight at the ball. We collided. I felt so bad. So to do that on purpose, that is insane. Even for a game, the adrenaline, all of that. To do it on purpose.
I do stupid.
And then to do it 30 times.
I don't purposely try to injure someone. I will purposely shove someone.
Yeah. I think that's
But
it's just 30 times? 30 times.
30
Professionally
times.
as
Yep.
well. Professionally. All right, go ahead.
The U.S. women's soccer team, this is the last one.
Mhm.
U.S. women's soccer team is regarded as one of the most successful American national teams
Yes.
or national team
Yes.
ever. is regarded as
That's 100% true.
That
Our
is-
women's American team is so good. They
that
are
is-
fantastic.
That is correct.
And hey, sorry, gonna liberal out again in a second. And they are so not paid enough. Considering
No.
how well they do, they are not paid the way that they should, that male athletes do for sucking butt. Okay, wage gap conversation over. Sorry.
I will say it is crazy to see like our American women's soccer team
Yeah.
do good, and then like
Watching them in the Olympics is crazy. Those are some fun games to watch.
I watched them live against Brazil,
Yeah. Those, like,
and I was like, holy shit,
because
this
they're
is cool.
so good, the games are just so fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. No, our American women's team, yeah, one of the best.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
They won so many back-to-back stuff recently.
Yeah. They're good.
I think they've started
Amazing.
to decline a little bit.
They're
but-
getting older. At
Well,
least,
a
like,
lot of
some
the
of the stars
a lot
are
of the
getting
older players have started to retire. Like I know
Yeah.
Alex Morgan
Yes.
is on her way out, or
Yeah.
she is out.
Because she's getting, well, at least for our sports
Yeah. So
player
I mean,
and like a vet kind of like that, she's getting a little
so I
old.
mean, we'll probably
Uh-oh.
see a transitional period
Right.
we'll see a lot of the older players who did win all of those start to transition out, and
Yeah.
see a lot of newer players come in. But
I want to say for the past, like, almost 10 years. Maybe a little bit less than that.
probably, I feel like you're correct about that.
Past 10-ish years.
That they've been just crazy.
amazing. Again, one of the... Yeah.
Yeah,
I know,
Tobes.
Toby. Crazy. They're amazing.
So yeah, that's
Slay.
that's my little mini game. I
Slay queen.
thought that'd be kind of cool to bring up some fun facts about
Tis.
soccer.
Um,
The 149 goals
that was
as a protest. That's pretty
as a
cool.
protest. Is, like, they... What I'm imagining is, I'll look up footage later, but I'm imagining is they all just stand on the sidelines and they just let them go.
Not
and
even
let
just
it
that,
pass.
because you have to be on the field.
No, I mean, like on the field.
They probably
but
made
just
it to
standing
where
on
it's
the
a
line.
lot easier.
Yeah,
for them
they're
to
just probably
walk
standing
through.
in a line and just letting them go.
Probably, yeah.
That's what I'm imagining.
And they're just kicking it into the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably at kickoff, they're like, all right, let's move out of the way. And then they just boop, boop.
Because you got to think, in a professional soccer game, there's 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless there's stoppage time, which in this case, there's probably no stoppage time because nothing's
There's not going to
happening.
be any fouls. There's
Yeah.
not going to be any, PKs, no throw-ins, nothing.
Yeah, so I mean, if you do the math, 149 divided by 90, that's almost 2 goals a minute. And if you can score,
Why are they taking so long?
that is true.
Why are they taking so long?
They probably, I don't know, because
You know what it probably
because-
was? Is probably in the beginning there was probably confusion. Where
Yeah.
they're like, what do we do?
Yeah, they were like,
So that's
why
probably
is
what
why
some
is
of
this
that
team
time-
not
They're not moving.
not moving or going up against us?
Or they're not running, they're walking.
yeah,
Why would they run when they don't have to?
Yeah.
That's probably what
because
it is
if
they're
the
walking.
fastest goal in history was scored in 2.1 seconds,
They easily could have done that.
yeah,
But they probably were like, well, what's the point?
what's the point? We'll just
we can
walk
get
it
as
up.
many goals as we can and we're gonna walk.
Yeah,
And they did. So that's probably what I'm thinking.
it's crazy.
I want to look up footage of that game. It was probably bewildering to look at.
Yeah, probably insane.
Yeah.
Pet of the week?
Bet of the week. We don't have a bio for her, do we?
We don't. We have been trying to get anything from Jessica.
Jessica is my sister-in-law, by
Yeah.
the way.
And because she, first of all, this is what I mean by please text us or DM us pictures, a bio, and videos. Because she was like, here's my submission for the pet. It's a lyric.
Is lyric.
It is a lyric. We'll throw pictures up because she did finally send us pictures.
She did.
But her first submission was just emojis.
Yeah, it was like, so for those of you who have iPhones, what you can do is in a picture, you can hold down the picture and it'll highlight like the focus of the image and it'll make like a sticker of it. She sent me like stickers. I'm like, I can't use this.
Which is so funny. To instead of just selecting the pictures and sending it, she went a step further and held down and then
Unless she already
select-
had them. She
Unless
had them
she
loaded in.
Probably did. But it's
Anyway.
like, anyways, Lyric is the pet of the week.
It's lyric.
Yeah.
She's a Boston Terrier.
She's cute.
She's like ugly cute, but she's the best kind of ugly cute. She is very well behaved. She's a very good dog.
Dude, she's needy.
She's a very needy dog.
She's super needy.
Yes. She's also buff as far as
Yeah.
dogs go. She's a very buff dog. So sweet. very, very nice. Compared to her sister Azula, who is the corgi from hell.
Zula is a great name for that.
Yeah,
dog.
for that little thing.
Yeah.
No, Lyric's the best. She's got her teeth out, and sometimes, if you're like, Lyric, give me a smile, or you smile at her, she'll show her teeth.
Oh, that's cute.
It's very cute. Another thing is at least around the time, like I would say a couple years ago, when I would see her more often, she'd be so happy to see you. She'd pee.
Oh.
She's one of those dogs. She gets so happy, she'd go, and she'd pee on the floor.
That's so funny.
No, she's very sweet, very well behaved. A lovely little lady. Very, very sweet.
A lovely little lady.
Yeah. That's Jessica's child. That's her firstborn.
Yeah.
That's her daughter.
If you
Hey,
guys
daughter.
want to have your pet as the pet of the week, we use them for clips for the week. And just to kind of post, hopefully in the future we could start sending out care packages to the pets whenever we start getting sponsors for the show. But if you want your pet to be the pet of the week, DM or text us pictures and a bio and videos of the pet, so we can you can have your pet as the pet of the week.
Yeah.
Little spotlight.
Yeah.
Going straight into that.
Yeah.
My mom started her own podcast.
She did. She had her first
So,
episode go up.
I guess these are kind of like little announcements. I mean, we do like the pet of the week.
Announcement segment.
Announcement segment.
Hope you guys like the news.
My mom started her own. It's a therapy podcast.
Mm-hmm.
She has me as her producer, so I go over there, help her set up, and then first few episodes I'm on with her. I told her to please get guests who know what they're talking about. Because I'm going to school.
Because you're just some guy.
I'm just some guy going to school for this. I don't know what's going on.
You want to talk about mental issues? You should have had me on. I've got some mental issues I could talk about. I'd be a great subject.
But yeah, if you're interested in that, it drops once every other week, every Friday. It's My Therapy Hat podcast. She has.
I made the logo and the animation.
Sarah's very talented in that. Yeah.
I made it.
I made it.
So you should like it.
So you should like it and go listen to it.
Because I helped make it.
But yeah, just check it out. They're a lot shorter than these ones. They're 30
minutes.
longs.
Yeah. More digestible.
Yeah.
And she is much more educated, much more qualified to be yapping
about
therapy in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk about dick and balls all day, but she's like educated.
Dick and balls.
All day, but she's qualified and educated, and it's a good time. It's a good time. Nice, short, digestible, and again, we help make it. So supporting that is supporting us.
Supporting us.
So yeah.
Another thing is we're going to Seattle soon.
We are.
Are you excited for that?
I've only been south and east as far as like traveling in the States. So north is new for me.
It's pretty cool. We're going for Braden's wedding.
A friend's wedding, yeah.
And I'm going a little bit earlier than you just to hang out with him and be there to hang. But I've been once before, and one of the coolest things I went when going there was we took a tour of the underground city of Seattle.
Sick.
There, because Seattle
like
is a lot
kind
of like the underground tunnels in Disneyland,
or in the Denver airport.
Yeah. But no, a lot of bigger cities is they all kind of built on top of each other. And there was, I want to say, I don't know all the history of it, but at some point Seattle built basically on top of itself.
So there's like a basement to Seattle. Seattle has a basement.
There's a lot of a lot of the older historical buildings have basements that lead down into the underground.
Oh shit!
Because they kind of just built on top of them.
That's cool.
So like when you're going under it, like downtown, there are some on the sidewalks. There are some like plated glass that you can walk on top of, and you can't directly look down, but those plated glass lead directly to the underground city.
Whoa.
And it's a little bit bigger, but what they have showed us was just part of the tour. But it's crazy too, because that's where they had all Old Town Seattle, so they had Old Town streets and all this other stuff. It's crazy. It's creepy too.
I imagine it's underground.
I was taking pictures all over the place to try to see if I caught something. I think I did, but all my
like
friends,
a ghost?
yeah, all my friends denied it.
All right, Zach Baggins.
Yeah, but anyways, it was pretty cool.
I tell my kid that sometimes he looks like Zach Baggins,
Zach
and he doesn't like it when I
Baggins.
tell him that.
You look like Zach Baggins. But no, it was creepy too, because there would be like, okay, and then in this room, they have it like blocked off at the entrance.
Yeah.
And then like you can see that it just keeps going. And I'm just like, that's fucking crazy.
Talk about haunted as shit.
Yeah, and and the reason why I say it is haunted is because our tour guide would say like, yeah, people who work for the tours and whatnot, that go down and make sure that no one's in there or whatever. She's like, stuff happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like there are various hallways that are very much more haunted than others, that more stuff happens.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that is so cool.
I always wonder if, I mean, it's a little different when it comes from like a city giving you a tour, but I always wonder if like places like that in the Stanley Hotel, like that are supposedly haunted, I wonder if the people that work there just tell you that so you feel it. I don't know.
And they might.
I think the people at the Stanley Hotel definitely do. The Stanley Hotel is where Stephen King stayed, and he got the inspiration for The Shining.
Oh, okay.
That's where he stayed.
I mean, I don't know. Like places like that have been around forever. Yeah. It's hard to tell.
You know what? And I'm gonna talk about ghosts again.
Hey, let's do it.
You know what I do think is haunted? Like haunted as shit is the Winchester House.
I've been there.
Have you really?
I've been.
I kind of want to go, because isn't that the one where it's like doors that lead to nowhere?
So I'm glad we're talking about this.
Yay!
Because my dad, before we went and watched Women's USA, because we went and watched in the San Jose Stadium.
Yeah.
So it's in San Jose. He took me and my sister. It was me, my sister, my grandparents, and him. He took us to go tour it. But we also did an additional tour where we kind of went behind the scenes and we saw a little bit more of it.
Right.
That place, creepy.
It's got to be so haunted.
Because at the very beginning of the tour guide tells you, okay, you can take a look and me and my dad were in the very back of the tour.
Hell no. I'm either in the front or I'm in the middle. I'm not in the back.
And the reason why was because we would walk up and we'd start looking at shit, and we were talking back and forth, and we'd look over and we're seeing the tour like leave a corner. Tour guide tells us, do not lose sight of us, because if you do, you will get lost.
Yeah.
So there are times where like we're sitting there talking and we look over and I'm like, Dad, we got to go. And he's like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
But there was a room because she just kept building
forever.
Forever. Ever since she bought the place, she kept building.
Yeah.
Because Winchester, her husband, died.
Right.
So she took over the company.
Oh.
She's a billionaire at the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
Billions.
Yeah.
Billions. Crazy estate.
24/7, there's construction going on the house. When we went there,
yeah,
the day or a few days after we had gone there,
yeah,
they had just discovered more stuff in the attic.
Shut up.
I swear to God.
Okay, so for a little bit, if you don't know about the Winchester house, I think, what was her name? Anna Winchester? Sarah Winchester?
I
Something
think
like
it's
that.
Sarah Winchester.
So basically, her husband died. She inherited this huge estate. And
Winchester guns.
The guns. Like that's why the estate was so huge. So much money. Basically, she thought she was being haunted by either her husband or like her children or something like that. And some like either priest or some shaman or something was like, you should build this house and make it confusing.
What told her to keep building the house were the spirits themselves.
Oh, really?
Yes. She had a room because she was convinced.
She had like a seance room.
She was convinced she was haunted by the deaths of the weapons.
Oh, so the people who were killed by the guns, she thought she was being haunted by. That's right.
She built a room that was a seance room that she can talk to these spirits.
Right.
And she was convinced that she can talk to them. And the spirits had told her to keep on building.
They were like, if you stop building this house, you will die.
Yeah.
And she was like, word. And she kept building this crazy-ass house.
We went into the seance room.
Right.
It was creepy. Well, let me, because I'm trying to think of how we got into it. So I want to say we walked above it at first, and we're like, so she was pointing down. She's like, so that's the seance room. And we're like, that's crazy. And then at some point, we went all the way back around. We took like 20, 30 minutes, and we came back, and we're like, so she was like, so that's where we stood. We're in the seance room now. And we're like, what the fuck? We're like, it took us that long, and we just got here right now?
Yeah.
There was a $200,000 stained glass window that overlooked a wall.
Yes. So that was the thing with the Winchester house is she was like, I'm going to build this absolute maze of a house so that the spirits will get lost.
Yeah,
They'll get
so
confused.
they get confused.
They won't know what to do. They won't know where to go, and they can't get me kind of thing. Or she was like,
she was the architect on it.
Yeah, she was essentially like, I'm going to trap them here by confusing them with all this thing. So there are doors that will there are doors in the floor, like you open them and they just go down, or there's just a door that opens up and it's just a drop.
There's a door at the entrance, like a little bit off of the entrance.
Yeah.
And they don't have it open, obviously, but when you're in the house, the tour guide was like, see that door right there? And we're like, yeah. She's like, that opens up to the front of the house.
Yeah.
And we're like, where you like it just falls? She's like, yeah.
Yeah. You she open has the door and it's just like a drop.
She had a staircase leading to a ceiling. So all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like a few days after we had gone there, they had just discovered like a new room in the attic. Because when we were there, they were doing maintenance on it. So there was a few rooms where they were blocked off because they were like refurbishing stuff.
Right.
And so I'm guessing the refurbishing led up into the attic, and then in the attic they found like a smaller room. And I'm like, so to this day they're still finding out stuff.
That's how scared this was.
Yes.
That's how scared she was.
So it is a crazy place, and one day I was just thinking about it before starting the podcast. I was like, one day we should go there because it's so cool.
I would love to go cuz like, and I as last time when we put up the episode about ghosts and I had met with my mom and we were talking about it, whatever, I was telling her, I was like, I've never, and I think I mentioned it too, I've never put myself in a situation where maybe I would experience something haunted. I think I would make an exception for the Winchester house. I want to see that so bad.
Yeah, so
it looks so interesting.
So I think
would love to
the
go.
other thing we did was the basement access one. I don't remember much of it, but I do remember that we had to wear hard hats going underneath the basement.
Oh, probably because it's old and you don't hurt yourself.
But they showed us more of the outside because the main tour is just the inside. Right. So they showed us more of the outside of it. Like they showed us where like the maids and stuff would live.
Huge place too.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it? Like giant.
Yeah, and then we went under into the basement. There was also talks of people being like they see shit here all the time.
Yeah, again, when it comes to like the Stanley Hotel, like I'm like, maybe I think maybe some of that's made up, maybe some of it's real. If it's that, I would believe that way quicker.
Dude, they have a Halloween flashlight tour.
No. See, I will go in like the middle of July. I'm not going during Halloween. You're going to be fucked up. Again, I've never put myself in a situation where maybe I could be haunted. If there's ever a chance that I could be, Sarah Winchester. If there's ever a chance I could be, it's on Halloween. And it's a flashlight. No.
They close all the lights off in the mansion.
I'm stupid. I'm not that stupid.
161 rooms.
Yeah.
Or 160 rooms, sorry.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's, again, that was scared. She was terrified.
Yeah, and you can see, too, like, the second she passed, stop construction.
Well, yeah.
The minute it stopped, they're like, holy shit, thank God.
Thank God we don't have to keep building this house.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason he was getting built is because she was going insane. Quite literally, she was going insane. Because she thought she was going to die. Yeah. And then when she did die, I'm assuming old age at the time.
You can see where the construction stops, I think, too.
It's just like a hard, like, wall.
Because there was, like, certain rooms that they were working on, and the second she passed away, you can see that, like, some rooms are half finished. Some rooms they started, but, like, just got, like, the interior done. Like, it's crazy to see.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Again, she was just, you could tell how much he was eating her alive.
The seance room was crazy, too.
That would, I think.
You go in the seance room.
I know, but I just don't. Man, thinking about it now, like, I've got chills. Like, I'm just like, man, I don't want to step in the seance room. Seance room?
Maybe they're like, ooh, your name's Sarah too.
Uh-uh.
Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Toby.
Tell him, Toby. He's very vocal today.
He is very vocal.
Hey, bud.
So yeah, that's us going to Seattle.
Awesome.
In other news, Minecraft, the movie. Yeah, Topes. He's like, what?
He's like, chicken jockey.
They're opening. Toby's like, chicken jockey.
Clinton Steer.
The opening weekend of Minecraft, the movie, made $300 million globally.
Millies.
The budget of the movie was $150.
Same thing with the FNAF movie. We were talking about this too. The FNAF
movie was like what, $40 million?
It's like $20 million to make that movie.
And they made
most of it went to the Jim Henson production studio.
They made like what, $300 million or something?
Yeah.
$400 million?
Yeah. And that's why they're making a second one coming out this December, and I will be watching it. Thank you very much.
So that was one thing I wanted to talk about briefly, was just like, we're in the era of video game movies and shows right now.
Right. And I think...
Because with The Last of Us...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Fallout.
Sonic, Fallout...
one of these things is not like the
One of these things is not like the other.
That's okay.
But yeah, we have Fallout, Last of Us, Sonic, now Minecraft. We have the FNAF movies that are coming out. Like, we're regardless if the movie
is the Borderlands movie.
Okay, that was dog shit.
Okay, but it's still a video game movie, and I was gonna say, historically speaking, they've been dog shit.
Yeah.
But to see like an era of like video game like media that's actually like not that bad.
So that's what I was like
crazy
saying, is like, regardless of if the movie is good or bad, if it does well in the box office, which the Borderlands did not do well in the box office. But regardless of that, we are in a video game era right now for like Hollywood media. Which is kind of crazy to see, because I know Hollywood has tried for years to try to like adapt a video game. Like, they tried Tomb Raider so many times. They tried Doom,
Uncharted, which right?
No, they haven't
Uncharted. What is it with Nathan Drake?
That's Uncharted, but they haven't. Oh, I guess they did.
They did,
with
Tom Holland.
I just wiped that from my memory. That's how dog shit it was.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, historically, they've been kind of doo-doo.
Yeah, dog doo-doo.
But I mean, that movie came out however many years ago, and since then, more video game stuff has come out, and it's been significantly
They just
better.
recently canceled the Halo show, which I'm like, good riddance.
Shocker.
But like, when you follow. Regarding TV shows, when you follow the source material,
I think TV show is much easier.
Yeah.
Same thing with like books. Like with the new like Percy Jackson show, like people were so much happier because it was closer to the books, because they had time to do it.
They had so much time to do so much more of what they wanted to
flesh it out. They're like, we don't have 2 hours, we have 10 hours.
I'm excited to see how the Harry Potter show is going to come out.
Oh, I don't know if I care as much about that one. I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't think I care as much.
I'm just more. I want to see how it does. Yeah. Like, I want to see what they change, and what they add to it.
Yeah.
That are from the books themselves.
Right. I mean, like, I thought as far as the books go, the movies did okay.
I thought so too. I didn't read the books, but
I didn't read that shit either. I don't read.
Me neither.
You can't read.
I can't read. I look at pictures.
Where the fuck are these pictures? I can't read these words. Where are the pictures? Anyway.
It's funny, in high school, people would tell me, because I didn't read a single high school book.
That checks out. You were like, yeah, I cheated in Spanish. I didn't read any books in high school. And then we talked to your mom, and you, granted, this one was like warranted, but you had like, you and Mia had a teacher, and then you're like, all right, Mom, this is how I'm going to cheat on this on my teacher's class. And she was like, all right.
Yeah, all right. I mean, if you, No, but like I was.
It was chemistry.
It was chemistry.
So it's like,
I'm not
she was
gonna
like,
be a fucking rocket scientist.
When are you gonna need chemistry other than this right here?
Yeah.
So I was like, that makes sense.
So I mean, in regards of like reading for like classes, I was just like, man, I don't have time for this, because at the time I was working for most of the classes. So I was just like, I get home, I have like maybe 3 hours until I have to go to sleep. I was like, so I either spend that 3 hours to do the things that I want to do, which is like probably make food, eat, do some homework. That's all of my other classes.
Cliff Notes.
That was my thing. Was I would read Cliff Notes.
The only time I really use, because, hey, sorry, I read the books in high school.
What?
Yeah, I read them. The only time I had to use like Cliff Notes in like for something we were reading was Shakespeare. I didn't understand the like kind of English that he used. Like sometimes it didn't make any sense. Like I couldn't understand what they were saying, so I had to use the Cliff Notes.
But he's a genius, Sarah.
And they were like, "But soft of yonder" or whatever. I was like, I don't know what that means. And they were like, "He means this and this." I'm like, "Oh, okay, word." I was in Romeo and Juliet. I can't remember the line, but you know what I mean.
But it was funny
But soft over yonder, Juliet, whatever.
When I would talk to my friends who were reading in the class,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be like, they'd be like, what was your favorite part of the book? I was like, I didn't read it. They're like, what do you mean you didn't read it? I was like, I like comic books. And they're like, that's not a book. And I'm like, it's got words in it.
It didn't have any pictures. I didn't want to read it.
Didn't have any pictures. I didn't want to read it. I don't want to fucking read that. It's boring.
If there's more pictures, there's less words, and there's more I enjoy.
Boom. Spitting facts. But yeah, I just...
You said that? Micah was doing homework one day, and I was in bed, ready to go to sleep. He comes up, he goes, "I got a 44 on my test. On gang." And I was like, never say that to me. Ever again. Never say that to me. And... before we were going to sleep, we were like watching something, and while we were watching something, I would just turn up and go, "On gang." On God, that squad shit right there. Like, I would just say it like that. I'd put the finger up. I'm like, "On gang." Like a cosplayer.
It kind of reminds me, last night I'm talking to Braden and Justin, and Braden straight up just tells Justin, "Dude, you need to get tested." He's like, "I swear you're on the spectrum."
The amount of times I've said that to one of my friends is crazy. That doesn't even surprise me.
Oh, God.
Bro, I swear you need to get tested.
You need to get tested.
That's awesome.
We just
That's
need.
awesome.
I would like you to go get tested, please, right now.
You need to talk to someone. That's, you know what, too, is I asked someone who was recently diagnosed with ADHD. They'll just give you, I think it's similar to autism, but they have like a questionnaire. They'll just ask you the same thing. Like I took like a depression assessment like however many years ago, and it's basically just like a questionnaire, and then based on what you answered, they give you a score. So he could take it and they would give him like a score, and they could be like, okay, it's more likely yes or no because you scored this low on the thing. So like I'll use like anxiety or like depression as an example. I think it's like 30, and so you're into like often, not often, sometimes, rarely, like that kind of thing. And then I think it's based on 1 through 5, and then how high he scores. It'll be like, okay, you likely have autism. Let's start there. Or this is low. You probably don't have autism, or you could have something else. So there you go, a little knowledge for you.
Yeah, and if you want to listen more to that, go listen to my Therapy Hat podcast.
I'm just saying, I had a personal experience where I went.
And I saw. I saw the opportunity to plug something.
You did. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But now you know how that works.
Yeah.
Anyways, lads, get tested.
Yeah, go get your ass tested. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to say how I'm getting into my Animal Crossing era.
I'm so proud of you. You haven't actually bought it.
I was thinking about it all day today.
I have been religiously playing Animal Crossing. I've been playing Animal Crossing since the one on the GameCube, since the very first one. I am dedicated.
Dang.
I am dedicated.
You're so old.
Shut up. 25.
1 foot of the grave.
Here's a shovel and a 6-foot deep hole. Here's a shovel and some nice foamy grass for you. Fuck you. So I've been coming upstairs and I've been playing it all the time. Michael will just come in and he'll just watch me. He's like, I gotta get this game.
I gotta get this
I
game.
gotta
It
buy
just
this
looks.
game.
It looks
It's
so
so
relaxing.
cute, and it is
it's
very, very
cute.
nice.
I was telling one of my friends, I was like, I want my island to be a recreation of when Anakin betrays Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's like, "You were my brother, Anakin.
You were the chosen one.
And they were like, "You could probably do that," and I was like,
There's a lot you can do.
I was like, "Hell yeah, dude."
What was it? You were supposed to destroy. So my speaker.
Dude, what the heck?
We got it.
Disconnected.
We got a ghost in it, bitch.
They're talking to us.
They are. We're disconnected.
Disconnected.
Yeah. What was I saying?
But yeah,
Yeah, you could totally do that. It'd be easy.
I'm getting into my Animal Crossing. I'm gonna buy the game soon,
You should.
and
It's great.
on my flight over to Seattle, I'm gonna play it.
I will be
and-
doing the same.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's so cute.
I'm not buying the Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm not either. In this economy? Are
Hell
you kidding
no.
me? I'm already.
Well, how much we get paid? Fuck that.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Hey, if someone wants to buy me the Nintendo Switch 2, like in my family or friends,
Y'all know my Venmo?
I won't pass that up.
Y'all know what my Venmo is? My birthday already passed. I'm still accepting donations.
I'm always accepting donations as
I
like
know.
to buy my love.
My love is conditional.
Don't get me wrong, I love all my friends and family, but if they want to buy my love
Money, please. Give me money, please.
in this economy where eggs are $8,
Not like $13.
Jesus.
Expensive.
Yeah, I'm okay. But yeah, I'm gonna get Animal Crossing
I'm
soon.
so proud
and
of
I'm
you.
gonna
I'm
freaking go
so
crazy with
happy.
that shit. Catching all the fish and planting all the flowers and
Dude,
what else can you do?
I can't wait because we've had this conversation where once you start doing something, you will keep doing it until you either complete it, and you can't complete Animal Crossing. It's like literally, it's just whatever.
So
or until you burn out from it. I can't wait till you're like, okay, this is what I did in Animal Crossing today.
yeah,
I did this, this, and this, and I planted all
'Cause-
these flowers, and I caught this fish.
because with me specifically, when it comes to games about like building,
Yeah.
like Fallout 4, for example.
Yeah.
When I got back into Fallout 4, I got mods that allowed me to build unlimited stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And holy crap, there would be times where I'm sitting there playing that game after work for like 4 hours, just building a vault.
Again, barely saw you. Barely talked
Yeah.
to you. You were just like, I can't talk right now,
Can't
babe.
tell I gotta do this.
Babe, I can't talk right now. Look at my base. Like
Look
it's Minecraft.
Yeah,
look at my base.
Look at my base, babe. Look, this one's like a Bioshock one. You can go underwater. I got a mod for that.
See?
So like,
Cooked.
Yeah.
I'm never going to see you.
well, this time you will because we'll be playing together.
That's true. That's true.
We'll be building our own
Yep.
island together.
I whimmed.
I wimmed. I'm gonna be getting a birthday tattoo soon.
You yar. You
I'm
yar.
so excited for it.
I know. It's going to be pretty big, huh?
Yeah,
Big-ish.
it's gonna be big-ish.
In this economy.
Uh-oh.
Food time.
Food time.
Food time. Din din. Din
Yeah,
din
I'm
time.
excited. My thing is I try to get a tattoo with a family member or friend, like a
Mhm.
matching one each birthday ever since I started getting them. So this would be my only second time.
Yeah.
But my first one was with my mom. So I got a matching one for my birthday with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then we already have a matching one, but eventually in the future we'll probably get a little baby one.
I was like, we got one for our anniversary.
Yeah.
That's what the cats are.
Yeah.
And I was be like, oh, we could get another one for anniversary, but we're too poor.
Yeah.
We're too poor.
But yeah, I finally convinced my dad to get another one.
Yep.
It's been tough convincing him.
Yeah, I mean, if I were him, I'd be wary of getting another tattoo ever again, too.
But like, I'm showing up with nice looking tattoos.
I know, but he's been burned before.
Yeah, that is true. But it's
Like-
funny because like my guy, he's really nice. He's pretty cool. He's a great artist.
He's the best.
And I remember telling my dad, like first when I texted him, he's like, I don't know, like I just have really bad tattoos, blah blah blah. And I was like, Dad, well, it's because I was trying to convince him what to get.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're getting the Mandalorian helmets. So I'm getting
Yeah.
the Mandalorian from the Mandalorian show.
Think
He's
we-
getting Boba Fett because that was his favorite Mandalorian growing up.
Right.
And
I think we
I-
talked about this. I think we've had this conversation
did we really?
on the pod before.
Oh.
Yeah. About he wanted to get some, like, crazy...
I wanted to just get a Mandalorian helmet with like flowers. And I
He
sent
was-
it to him and he was like, that's way too, what's with the flowers?
That's gay.
That's gay.
That's gay.
So
I want flowers. That's
it's
gay.
been a whole thing, but I'm getting it soon. and I'm so excited.
Thrilled.
It's going to be on my left arm now. It's going to be the
Period.
first one on my left arm.
Period.
So excited. I'm so excited.
Slay.
So,
You we had mentioned before, in the car we were doing grocery shopping. Did you want to talk about road rage? You talk about or like car accidents.
we
or
can
something?
save that for next episode.
Okay, because I told you a fun story about how my grandma.
I think next episode is going to be like a rage-inducing episode because I have one thing on here that mentions the HOA.
Oh.
So, save it. That's what I'm saying. Next episode.
Imagine working for a homeowners association. Do you have nothing better to do? What? You have to look at other people's shit? Mind your fucking business.
So, if you want to listen to our rage-inducing episode next week, stay tuned because we're going to be talking about road rage and HOAs.
Can't wait.
Sarah's so excited.
I'm
Her-
an
your
angry
face.
person.
Yeah.
I'm an angry person. Don't get me wrong. I'm nice, but I'm angry. I am filled with uncapped rage. Do not mistake it.
I was talking to Brayden and Justin last
I'm
night.
5'3" and angry.
And Brayden goes, Sarah scares me.
Shut up. Did he really?
He was like, she went off on this previous episode, and he was just like, yeah,
did?
she's
Oh, 'cause-
crazy. Well, he's not talking about the most recent one. He was talking about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, because I was talking about kids, because I went on a rant about how much I don't like
Yeah.
kids. And my brother, who is a teacher, he texted me, and I felt so validated. Hold on, let me pull up what he said. My brother is a teacher. He teaches high schoolers, like freshman and sophomore age. After he heard the episode, he texted me. He said, "Do you have any pretzels? Is something you hear from 15-year-olds too. So I definitely drop a pack your own food." And I said, "I was right." I've been vindicated.
I'm excited to see what rage induced I can get you riled up next episode.
I mean, dude, this morning, someone almost pulled out and hit me.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about it next week. But stay tuned for next episode. Like, comment, subscribe, share. The more you guys share, the more people listen, the more it supports us. We want to keep doing this. It's getting pretty tough with money. So
Yes.
the more people that listen, the better. That means we can eventually start doing sponsorships. That means the pet of the week can start becoming a little bit bigger and cooler. Cool stuff could start happening. So
Never mind.
So share it with your
Forget it.
friends, family. Get the word out. I'm Poop Podcast. I'm Micah.
Oh, I'm Sarah. Hi.
And
I mean, bye.
bye.
I mean, bye. I made it, so you have to like it.